bolo Uganda chuny piny mano chuny luo chika.
You guys, ladies and gentlemen, our friends, hey, our lovers, we are back again. Oh, aspiring voters or even voters, we are now here to talk to you again as we promised.
Okay.
Ama namna gani Jairus?
Exactly, that is it.
Uko salama? We jump right into it.
Tuko salama. Mimi niko salama, si shida.
Uko salama, una shida. Ni kura tu nataka tuongelele.
It's okay. Ni sawa.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mjango series podcast. Unapenda tukifanya ile kitu. Unapenda sana.
Tukifanya yako ile kitu.
Fanya ile stuff.
Ndio hiyo.
My name is Vic the Mjango.
My name is Jairus the other Mjango.
Asante sana.
Exactly.
Please, if you're just joining us, make sure to subscribe kama uko pale YouTube.
By the way,
if you're listening to us on Anchor FM, we love you.
Wow.
It shows, by the way, today it's on Anchor FM. Platform ingine salama sana.
Yes, I get it.
If you're listening to us on Spotify, thank you so much.
Google
Podcast.
Watu wanapenda Google, by the way.
Hey. Yeah. Apple Podcast. Watu wa iPhone. We are sorry. There's a friend of mine atusikizanga pale Apple Podcast. Mignon, if you ever listen to this, I call her Mignon. She knows why.
Okay.
Watu wa iPhone pale. Anyway, kipeleke na rieng.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So we were talking about elections, bro.
Yes.
And we mentioned something like we pray so much that results is very controversial. Yeah?
Thank you.
So that we do not replay history.
Watu sianze
kupendana kuti. And by the way, part of our history is ugly.
True.
Yes.
Tukianza na pale 1992.
Yes. Hata kama tukukua, yani
nisikia mambo in history.
Ugly. So
si fresh.
It is not really good that we, as much as kuna saying that history repeats itself or something of that sort.
Taki yo maneno Kenya.
Wacha kuriswa. Kama tumesema jua inatoka east na riswa.
No, Jairus, we are talking about things that are here or now.
Okay.
Jua iko pale juu buda. Hata ijui kile kinaendelea hapo.
No. Inapambazuka kwa east na unariswa.
But you cannot compare jua with the decisions of man.
Inappropriate comparison.
Jua ni decisions of God, Buddha.
Yeah. So we really don't want to repeat ugly history.
Yes.
Yeah. So you remember what happened in 2007 kwanza?
Kiao.
Yeah. The contest between His Excellency Honorable Raila Odinga and Kibaki, Honorable Kibaki, former president.
Yeah.
Yes, you remember that? Mimi nilikuwa mdogo kiasi, but very, yani I can remember what happened. Kwetu by then barabara highway ya Eldoret Nairobi.
Wacha. Kwanza kulikuwa kumewaka mbaya.
Wewe. Highway hapo tu. So I remember manduru tu zilianza tu hivyo tu, yeah. In fact kuna mtu alikuwa anafukuzwa na polisi, naona vile anajaribu tu kulengwa kwa mguu anaziepa tu bullet was bad, ni sikudanganya.
Yaani ana hata mabullets.
Wacha tu nikwambie. Yeah. Unaona vile unawachingi kwa movie.
Wewe sasa ilikuwa kama drama, kama film.
Sasa ulikuwa director wa movie hiyo siku. I'm telling you, kwanza juu kwetu ni barabara. There was a time ulikuwa unasikia risasi nyuma ya nyumba, unaona imetoka tu hapo. Nakwambia mtele yenyewe ilikuwa tu Mungu.
Hadi unaweza jikojolea hapo. Unajua si risasi haijapigwa nikiwa karibu maze.
Sisi tulikuwa tunaisikia, yani zilikuwa zimepigwa hadi hata yani umezizoea. So we really need to be careful so that we do not recount ugly parts of our history.
Me remember sisi hata pia mimi nilikuwa mdogo. I was really small, 207. I don't want to say how old I was. People are going to judge me.
Watakutoa max.
Na vile niko na ndevu man. Warembo huku nje bwana.
Watasema ndevu umestikisha si.
Anyway, I was a bit small at that time. I remember it was on December, si ndio? By the way, elections zilitoka December zikakuja.
By the way.
Mungu wangu. Anyway, so when December, see at the time we had a tradition where December we'd go home for up country.
Get together.
So najua tu that's my 20 Christmas. Tulikuchako Kakamega. Kurako kuku na kuka. So we came to Kakamega and the elections were going on at the time when we were in Kakamega.
Yes.
And I remember everybody around our home pale. Even my cousins all about Kibaki tena, unasikia Kibaki tena and all those.
Yes.
Sisi tu familia yetu tumechezea tu chini. Sitakwambia tulikuwa tunavutia nani hiyo time. But anyway, so violence zikaanza. Good thing they found us at a place where hakukuwa na tension sana.
Yes.
But now here's the problem. Tensions zilikuwa huko Kakamega town. Tensions zilikuwa Kakamega town all the way to Kisumu, hata hizo mabarabara zote za. Kwanza when you pass through Nandi, you know when you go from Kakamega to Nakuru you have to pass through Nandi.
Yes.
My friend, it was terrible. So since the year is closing in, we have to go back. So unajua mzee amebudget from this time to this time tutaka nini mshago. From this time to this time we have to have gone back. But na time ikaenda. And you know normally sisi we usually have a kesha 31st kesha pale church 9. So we really wanted to attend. So you can imagine that year Jairus had kesha ilikansoliwa. Yani violence ilichacha, unasikia violence. Hiyo sasa ni ile violence yenye kona wine na kisu pale mwisho. Mungu wangu. So mwaka hadi ikaisha buda.
Yes.
Come January and then Mzaya was like, "Wow, we now need to go." And I remember even my auntie walikuwa anaongea huko akaniambia, "Ambie papa atusaidie lift." Alimsaidia yeye lift. So mimi nikaenda tu nikaropoka, "Auntie amesema umsaidie lift." Instead of kwenda kusema, tuweze kusaidia tu auntie lift.
Sasa na hiyo miaka ndogo ulikuwa huko unajua hizo.
I know anyway. Tukaenda na auntie yangu nakumbuka yeye ndo anibeba kwa gari. Tumefunga safari. Mtu wangu imeanzia hapa town, hata si mbali town. Buda, imagine instead of kupitia hii highway tulipitia nyuma na jua kali. Lakini maya mataya zimewaka huko. Manzi, it was terrible. Mataya yani tu Mungu wangu. Tunapita hivi sorry kwa karibu sema Waluya. Of course, but they were Luyas because hao wamejaa. Watu wako na masilaha wanatusimamisha, wanatuongesha Kiluya. Ni Waluya. Hapo Mzaya anajibu, yeye anajibu na pia na Kiluya. Sisi ni Waluya. But you see now, it was that bad. Yani mpaka complexion yako inakuuza. Do you know, seeing that I'm quite light, I get it from my mother. My mother is very light. So you can imagine how much we were afraid she would be a target. Imagine, like, Mungu wangu, tunasikianga stories za random genocide. Sasa you can imagine how mtu anakuangalia anaona yeye ni Tutsi, and that's just it. Yani, there are no two ways around it. Imagine they are looking at my mother like that. Wanaona huyu ni brown. Wewe ni mkabila gani? My God. Let me tell you, it is the Lord that saved us, my friend.
Wacha.
Na yeye mama yangu na Kiluya yake yote alikoroga. Akiwaambia mimi ni Muluya, horo, mimi ni Muluya. Ni rangi tu imekosea. Alafu by God's grace wanatuacha tunaenda. Fumba ndio tumeingia Nandi. Tunafika place hadi ma road blocks buda. Hatuwezi endelea na highway.
I'm noticing something. So if you ever cross the boundary as you marry or get married,
yes,
it's important you learn the others
language. Okay, we are not saying for violence is sake, but just learn.
It's ni poa tu. Unaweza hitaji somewhere.
Mungu wangu.
Unajua you don't know what tomorrow has for you. Unaweza hitaji tu somewhere. After all, it's not a negative to your
it is not a minus. Kweli. Tumefika Nandi ndio hiyo. Highway ipitiki. Mtu anakuja. Yani, let me tell you, the angels of God were with us. Mtu tu anatokea from now anatuambia pitieni njia mtatokea na huko mbele mvuke hii road block. And we would go. Tumeshikilia tu hivi maro. Tunaenda hivyo tunakutana na road block nyingine wasee na mamashete tu hivi. Wanauliza, and you see now the thing is at the time hizi my areas and Nandi zilikuwa za ODM. So let me just say, allow me to say this, but the fact that we Waluya zilitusaidia. Ilitusaidia because people so nyinyi Waluya sawa. Kaendeni mkienda. Na hivyo tu mdogo personally I have no memory of vile tulifika, but tulifika Jairus. But let me tell you the interesting part.
Waja kwanza mlipita aje Nakuru?
I even don't know, bro.
Mnamlipitia route gani Kericho?
It should be. No. I can't remember. It was a long time, but it was Nandi, bro. It was Nandi. I can't remember, but sinjia mimi naweza kuambia.
Okay.
Let me tell you the interesting part of this now as I wrap up my story and now we conclude. Tukiwa mahali kuna place tulifika, we had to stop. Tulikuwa tumesimamishwa kwa road block fulani and we had to stop. Na unajua tu kama kawaida Waluya wamepepako kachoko kakuko kalikuwa kwa boot. So I think tumesimama tu mahali and then all of a sudden Jogo akawika akiwa kwa boot. And my mom was like, hallelujah Jesus, that is the Lord. The Lord is saying now No, for real. The Jogo was actually saying no more war, no more roadblocks, no more nothing. Hakuna.
Ajawa snitch.
For what? Jogo amewika na amewika at a time when now we are feeling like now we are relieved. Now we know we are relieved. We will get home safe. Jogoo aliwika at a time that was so tense, full of tension.
Nilikuwa nadhani mmesimamishwa, Jogoo akawika akawauza.
Akatuuza akisema sisi ni wali.
Mimi nadhani Jogoo imekuwa
that Jogoo saved us. Although we ate him later.
Binadamu.
Yani sema Waluya si binadamu. But anyway, we survived. And it was through the grace of God, but we survived Jairus.
Yes.
But trust me, I was a kid by then, but I would not love a fraction of whatever happened to ever happen again. Through that.
And that is why you would even recount this.
Yes.
If it means averting the same thing happening.
And we hear stories, people actually had it worse, Jairus.
Yeah, by the way.
This is not even a fraction of what some people went through. Some people lost both parents. Some people just lost. Tusianze your stories.
Ni mbaya sana.
Tusianze.
And that is why, by the way, sisi kama vijana.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, unajua ni vijana sana ndo wanatumika.
True.
Yeah.
True. By the way, very true.
Kwenda war si watu wakubwa, ni vijana ndo wanafanya. And I know our audience, wengi wenu ni vijana. Let us not be used. That is why I said, do not be bought.
Thank you so much.
Unaona?
Thank you
Say
so
no
much.
to violence.
Say no to violence.
You know, surely, like, yani, unajua hata kama nimepigia the other person, imagine hata simujui.
Aki by the way.
And I mean atupatani. You know, it's funny, unanipiga juu, ati nilipigia tu yeye kura. Na mimi ni jirani yako, nitakaa hapa kila siku.
Naniishi na wewe.
Watoto wetu wameishi kucheza pamoja. Sasa unawachinja sahi, surely. Ai mazee, it's not good.
God forbid.
So we really need to do our best to avoid such as much as we can.
That is true.
Yes.
That is very true.
Yeah.
We were talking about controversies when it comes to elections. We have also seen some controversy afterwards. Thank God after that we have had successful elections.
Yes.
Although pia zilikuwa na mashida zake.
Hata ile 2017 ilikuwa na mambo kidogo.
Kuna watu walikuja wakajiapisha. This country almost fell apart. Then all of a sudden the miraculous handshake. The miraculous handshake
miraculously saved us.
That miraculously saved us.
Yes,
people should have seen the way you're scratched there. But anyway, it did.
No offense taken.
Of course. But yes, the handshake that came through, and we pray that this form of peace may continue.
Yeah, by the way. Exactly.
And while we are saying this, it's because so that we young people may come to the place where we understand that whatever happens in the political arena, but then do you know, Jairus, as much as these political choices that we make have an effect on where Kenya is headed, but to be very, 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 very sincere and particular and rational, most of the decisions that will be made up there wewe yani hazita kusaidia.
By the way,
yani au mtu yako huko juu wewe hata kununulia mkate.
In fact by the way, as much as unasema maybe utaki kuvote because of ABCD, make sure at least you vote for your MCA.
Yes. Huyo ndo mtu wako close na wewe.
Unajua MCA ni important.
Thank you.
MP.
Thank you, Jairus.
Upeana bursaries nini. Make sure you do that.
Very true.
Make sure you do that, yeah? Unaona? So let us not be divided by national decisions kama za presidency, yeah? Yeah? No, hapana.
Allow me to
we can do better than that. Yeah.
Allow me to give this example. I recently had the opportunity to visit a certain county.
Yes.
And you realize the way you're saying national decisions.
Yes.
The national decision you may make may be different from the gubernatorial decision you make.
Yeah.
Wow, I just used the word gubernatorial. My man.
Pewa.
I know. So you might realize that maybe the governor who is vying in your area is in line with a certain coalition vying for presidency. But then, while you are inclined to a certain presidential candidate, you might also feel the urge to be inclined to the governor who's trying to support. But maybe this governor in particular has not been doing, justice to your county as you would have loved. Surely, will you be foolish to just be guided by presidential coalitions and decisions to make a decision for your county where you are most affected?
Yes.
Will you? Because I was hearing people in this county saying that so this governor, this guy by there to be honest, ajafanya fiti. And while I was listening to them talk, I look at the hospitals and I'm like, where? Enyel is a charade, as a charade, and probably these people have a point.
Yes,
so I'm telling myself that probably these people will be fools to bring him back because he's not done a good job. The roads are terrible. And so if you're inclined to a political coalition and it forces you to make a decision for a candidate that is close to you, alafu muteswe for the next 5 years, it is on you, mama. It is on you, baba.
And let me tell you, you can separate these things.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong voting for an MCA mwenye hayuko hata bando wako ni ya presidency. Yeah, unaona? Maybe presidency choice yako ni different from your MP, from your governor, senator, etc, etc. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Fine. Yeah, unaona? Make the diverse decisions. Najua zitembei pamoja. Si lazima umachisha zikuwe uniform. Yeah, unaona? But the important thing is make sure you cast that vote.
Make sure you
it's
cast
important.
The vote. It is important for you.
I want you tomorrow when you're complaining and saying, oh, I don't know what, at least you cast that vote. Unaona? It won't make sense to you by the useme, hey, MCA wetu hajafanya kazi, and you even never cast that vote. It makes sense. Hata wewe as much as utakuwa unaongea unajua tu there is no sense una make. True. So let us participate. Yes, and make a difference as much as we can.
Thank you so much.
Tusigeukiane kwa wanyama. Hapana. No. Tusigeukiane.
At the end of the day, while the president is sitting on that seat, mimi na Jairus tutabaki hapa tukichapa podcast.
Surely anyway,
mimi na tutaendelea kusaidiana
kutafuta tu rent, kutafuta maisha yako nini, and the president will never send you those things.
Pesa rent hata why
president atakuwa anaenda kuomba kuomba China ama
China huko mamilioni
na utalipa tena.
Na wewe utalipa.
Na bado unataka anyway, ni sawa.
Sorry. We know he has done a good job.
So that is it. We are good.
Basically it.
Yes.
I don't think we have much to say about that.
Not really.
It should be just that so short and sweet.
Considering tena hatukuagi kwa hiyo line sana.
Hatukuagi kwa hiyo line.
Hiyo line si yetu.
Tu tuachia
hiyo line si yetu.
For now.
Tunakuaga 4x4. Ile line ya 24.
But here's what we'll leave you with. Make sure you make an informed decision.
Wow, by the way.
That's just do your research at the end of the day. Hata wewe siku moja tu amua uchukue manifesto ya UDA. Chukua manifesto ya Azimio. Chukua manifesto ya Oka or whoever else will come up.
Yes.
I don't know who. Please take their manifesto, even go through them and read.
And something else very important. It's really good to listen to each and every candidate. Sikiliza. You know, it's funny the way tuna disqualify the other candidates just because you are on this other end. No. Sikiliza tu. By the way, Mimi, I don't strongly say this particular candidate deserves more than this other one. No. Listen to each and every one of them.
Yes.
And then make your secret choice. Remember that the choice is secret.
I like that one.
Si ati kila mtu anajua Mojango alikuwa wa nani? Kenya Kwanza. Haya, huyu mwingine alikuwa wapi? Azimio. No. I am telling you, na watu wanasorora kura za watu.
Riswa nyinyi.
Yeah.
That is mbwakni. Hiyo ni mbwakni. Mkwende huko nyinyi. But please, as much as utasororwa na hiyo kura yako, try as much as possible to keep it secret.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, Jairus, allow me to just say this. Unajua unaweza ropoko hivyo, and God forbid things should go bad.
Unajipata na DCIO.
Ama mtu anakaa tu chini anakumbuka, si alikuwa wa ule.
By the way. And you can imagine, let me tell you, avoid hata hii kugeukiana wanyama if we keep this thing secret.
Thank you so much. Just vote.
Aya, kitu ingine. Let us avoid ethnic seclusions. So mimi naitwa Chep or Keep, unajua tu huyu ni wa nani? Ni wa Kenya Kwanza. Huyu ni wa DP or something of that sort. Unajua mimi naitwa Onyango, watu unajua mimi ni wa this side. No. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. It's not a uniform. Hapana. Mimi naweza kuwa hata nasema this person anaongea lugha yangu, lakini your thoughts like niulize thoughts ziko na tribe.
True. I wish majina zetu na majina za watu wa US zinge exchange.
Mazee ingekuwa
watu wa US waitwe Tom sijui Onani, alafu sisi tuitwe Tom Smith. Sisi tuitwe Tom Woods.
Wewe ungekuwa
Michelle Rihanna. Victor Joseph. Nice. So that we stop categorizing people according to tribal lines because of our names.
Lakini sasa jua tuna hizo majina.
Please wash your mind.
Yes.
Osha tu akili yako. And you see the thing is, Jairus, let me tell you how to stop being tribalic even from a low level. Like how to stop that that habit. You know, in Kenya, we have a problem. I don't know whether these things sometimes affect some people in a generation, but I do not expect it to happen to a generation.
Yes.
Although if it is, we are now here to help and educate you.
Yes.
Acha itabia. Itabia unakutana na mtu, alafu maybe mnapiga story, alafu unamuuliza, we ni mkabila gani? Yani ngoja, you've just met me. What does my tribe have to do with shit?
Unatoka wapi?
You hear my name is Victor Mukoshi and you're like, oh, Mukoshi ni jina ya, and I'm like, nigga, what does that have to do with anything? I am Victor, alright? Riswa, man. Riswa, man.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Yes.
Wacha hiyo tabia. When unapiga story na mtu and then you're like, sasa ni mkabila gani? Ama hata guy Mungu wangu. You unaleta msichana kwenu alafu sasa wanakuuliza, so ni mkabila gani? And they're like, mom yo, cheza down maze. Cheza down. Ni msichana nimeleta. Hata ushukuru sijaleta mwanaume mwenzangu. No offense, man, but yo, man. You're burning, man.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, and imagine, by the way, people begin to pre-imagine you hata before uonge. The moment wamejua tu huyu msana toka hii kabila, they begin to imagine you na hawa watu. Yes? Look, let me tell you, mimi si hawa watu. Mimi ni Mujango, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Let the tribe be Mujango. From now on, you're not a Kikuyu, you're not a Luya. You are Mjango.
So Mjango will be voting. In fact, by the way, inafaa kufikia president.
Mjango.
Now all the candidates.
Yes.
All the candidates of presidency.
Yes.
Iwafikie.
Today.
Wajango wanapiga kura. It's not, I don't know from where.
Mr. Kenya Kwanza, Mr. Azimio, Mr. Oka.
Mjango anapiga kura.
Yes. Thank you so much.
In fact, mnafaa mkienda film mseme Mjango
Mjango.
I like that. Hapo mtasema bure.
Lazima mtatoa kitu. Hatuwezi saidia kwa campaign alafu mkose kutoboka. Hata sisi tunahitaji kuomoka. Namna gani, my friend? But that's just
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Hey, that was a good conversation.
And that was a good ending. A good way to end it.
A very good way to end.
Wow.
The tribe is Mjango.
Yes.
Take that to the bank.
Wow. So you bank that one.
Yes. on our bill.
Yeah. Don't bank it bure. Leave some dollars.
Wacha ile kitu pale. Asante sana.
Yes.
Friends, thank you so much for listening to us. I know, Mazejo, you have dedicated your time and everything. We really appreciate.
Yes,
and we'll continue giving you fire content.
Exactly. Yeah, very true.
Well, drop a comment, subscribe, like and share.
Yes.
Na kutoka kwetu wacha tuende tufanye mambo mengine sasa.
Exactly.
Hii peke yake ndio kitu tunafanya. But anyway, thank you so much. See you next time.
Peace, love, and harmony. We no want no fussing or fighting in our community. Chant and say, we no want no fussing and fighting in our community. Full of gold shop. Peace, love, and harmony. You give me some more. Peace.